Alright, so today we're going to talk about how we're going to get this car into the nines, hopefully with an 800 horsepower, naturally aspirated big block Chevrolet. Well, if we're going to run a 9-second quarter mile, this is just, that's going to get caught in the wind. We got to clean her up. Good enough. So right here we have the 1968 Camaro that we call Ratmaro. That's because we're putting a big block 427 in it, 13.2 to 1 compression, tunnel ram, naturally aspirated. We're going for 800 horsepower and we're trying to run 9-second quarter mile. This thing's been in my family for about 35 years. The engine that's in it now, my dad built with used rod main bearings 35 years ago. And it's still running to this day, as you'll see later in this video. And it's got a turbo 400. It was originally a 4-speed car, but the whole goal of this car is to go fast down the drag strip, and well, the 4-speed's not going to hang with the turbo 400. So let's take a look under the hood. Under the hood, you'll see it's pretty basic. This thing might have a little bit of a mild camshaft, that's about it. We have stock exhaust manifolds, 327 air cleaner there. That's a 350, I promise you. Doesn't even have any special heads or anything, just normal truck heads. Factory intake, no headers, nothing. Everything's pretty much as it were to look if it was new, except a little bit different, I guess. But we're going to cram a 427 in this and see where we can take it from. Yeah, there's a lot of parts. So after putting that giant lump of parts in front of you there, I want to go through and I want to show you exactly what we're going to be putting on this build. So these are the AFR valve covers. This is a Clay Smith mechanical fuel pump rated at 1500 horsepower. We have a flex plate down here. Over here we kind of have a box of different assorted items. We have a carb spacer so the linkage clears on the tunnel ram. We have some solid motor mounts. We have a timing set in there. Some stud girdles for the AFR heads, and oh, these beauties. We have, oh yeah, let's keep closing. We have the AFR 305cc heads that we're going to be running on this, set up for a solid roller. We have our Morel lifters over there, solid roller lifters. Straub Technologies solid roller cam, 750 lift, 274 duration at 50 on 109 degree lobe separation. Over here we have our Can-N velocity stack specifically for Holly Dominators. We have our fully ported dart tunnel ram with a Dominator top plate, our ATI super damper harmonic balancer that we're going to be running, Pro Billet MSD distributor, and we even have a 6AL2, which I think I might replace with a 7AL3 because I didn't realize that that might not actually be enough spark for how high of a compression we're going to be running on this engine. Right here we got our roller rockers from, once again, Straub Technologies. I ordered the entire kit. And we have a Blaster 2 coil, MSD stuff. Right here, some other goodies. we have two Holley XP Dominators. And I'll take one of these out of the box to show you. Yeah, that's a monstrous carburetor. Right here we have our electric water pump that we're going to be running. Tie downs for the gas tank. Right here we have our Eagle rods with JE pistons on it. These things are what's going to be providing that 13.2 to 1 compression. And we're hoping to rev this thing out to about 7,800 RPMs, maybe 8,000. Down here we have our DeWitt's aluminum radiator with dual electric fans. If you want to go fast, you got to be able to cool it. And last but not least, we have our 12 bolt, which has not seen any sort of rebuild yet, but we're going to get to that. Obviously, building a car takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of money. All right, so we actually jumped over to my old house because I'm still moving, because I still have the block here because it's really heavy. But right here is a 427 4-bolt main. It's a factory casting block. I went ahead and had the main studded. That way we can take that 800 horsepower. I'm actually even using a factory crank. Now, that crank is wedged away in here, all wrapped up and ready to go. Just got to move the heavy stuff. And coming soon enough, this is actually the original L88 out of my Camaro sitting here. We'll have some videos on that soon. But yeah, so there's the block. And as stated previously, this car was built by my dad back in the late 80s. It's been around for about 35 years. He's owned it pretty much since fresh out of high school, and he passed away in March due to terminal brain cancer. So really this build is for him, because we were building this engine and this thing needs to see the road, and it needs to see the drag strip, and it needs to click off that 9 like we wanted it to. So I'm here to hopefully make that happen. As I said, I wanted to show you what this 350 can do. Built 35 years ago with used rod main bearings. He did this on a budget, an extreme budget. There's not a single time this car's been driven that it hasn't seen 6,000 RPMs. Still original engine, never been rebuilt since then. So, I'll show you what's up. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be uploading all sorts of contents on that car, not to mention all the cars that we have in here. We have a lot to go over, we have a lot of content to make, and I hope to see you guys in the future.